Good evening, friends. Welcome to Nifty Indicators. It is easy to make money. Earlier, way back in 80s and 90s, etc., there was only Bombay Stock Exchange and other local exchanges. Then National Stock Exchange came into existence, and somewhere in June 2004, NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, offered a new product that was F&O, future and options. That is, traders were allowed to trade in options and futures. Then, of course, at that time, in June 2000 when we were talking of, it was monthly Nifty futures and later on options. But on 14th of February 2019, weekly options also were offered, although futures still remain monthly, thank God. These weekly options especially are killers. They are the instruments to kill the retailers, because retailers will have very limited time in their hand. You start dealing, always obviously most of the retailers have limited cash, so they would like to buy the cheapest possible instruments, that's options of this week. And options of this week, we start buying them somewhere on Thursday when this week is about to close, or Friday when there is only 4 more days left. And it is that much easier for vested interest to, should I use the word manipulate, so as to make the retailers lose money. That is why we need to not only have knowledge and experience about the market, we need to know how to make money. Remember, most of the big fish, I call the deep pocket smart money, they have huge amount of cash, thousands of crores of rupees at their disposal. They have abundant of manpower, most of them highly educated and trained, like MBAs, CAs, etc. They have latest gadgets at their disposal. They have the experts and their expertise at their disposal, technical fundamentals, etc. etc. So it is that much more important for you and I to learn not only the nonsense of the market, but specialize in how to make money. What we need to do is, we need to learn the art of how to make money. Finally, this market is all about making money. So that is why I have decided to train my friends, followers, and students and teach them how to make money. In that direction, one of the most important aspects we are getting into today is open interest. And open interest is the guiding force to show us which side of the direction is. Why? Because open interest shows the actual calls written, calls bought, puts written, puts bought. Of course, calls written is equal to calls bought and puts written is equal to puts bought. So, open interest of any particular strike price of calls as well as puts is there for all of us to see. Now, the most important thing to remember before we go ahead is most of the retailers are option buyers and most of the big fish, the deep pocket smart money, is the option writers. And as they are the ones who are going to run the market their way because of their money power, etc. What we need to realize is it is not calls or puts bought that is important. Calls and puts written, they are the one who are maneuvering this market. We need to see what is open interest, how does it affect the market. Let us see a few PPTs before we go ahead. The open interest is a very important aspect of the F&O. As the word suggests, open interest means interest that is still open, meaning interest in the instrument that is not closed or squared off. We will discuss further when we go ahead. But open interest will shows what is the present situation on a particular strike price. How many calls are open? How many puts are open for a particular strike price? Which strike price has got the maximum open interest? Which strike price calls have got maximum open interest? Which strike price of puts have got most open interest? Open interest means the positions created in futures or options F&O which are still live, meaning not at squared off. For example, let us take example. Let us see what is the open interest, because open interest most of us believe it is same as volume. No, volume and open interest are two different things altogether. Let us take the example. If A sells one October future of Nifty to B, open interest is 1. A has -1, that is he has sold 1, B has +1, he has bought 1. If A sells 10 more October futures to C, total open interest is 11. A has sold -11, A has sold 11, B has +1, C has +10, they have bought. Out of his 10 October futures, if C sells 2 to D, open interest still remains 11. A has -11, he has sold 11, B has +1, C has +8 and D has +2. Open interest has not changed. Open interest still remains 11. Now, if C sells 3 more out of his remaining 8 to A, who is the original writer, open interest is 8 because A, who is the original shorter, has bought back 3 futures, and that leaves A now has -8, B has +1, C has +5, and D has +2. Here, when C sells 2 to D, only the volume increases and OI remains the same. OI increases when and only when someone sells without short selling. OI reduces only when original short seller buys back, that is, when he squares off. When we resell, only the volume increases and not the OI. Open interest and volume obviously is not the same. Open interest is net of squared off short quantity. That is, when the original person, original seller, original shorter has bought back, it is squared off. Volume is the gross turnover. Open interest increases when fresh short is created, and open interest reduces when it is bought back or squared off by the original shorter. Volume can only increase, volume cannot reduce. Open interest of calls and puts help us determine the direction of the market, provided we know how to interpret them. And how to interpret them? Read this chart. It is very, very important. Save this. Say this for future reference. It is very, very important. Increase in price as well as increase in open interest indicates new money coming and further continuance of uptrend. Increase in price but decrease in open interest points at increase in price is due to short covering of position. Decrease in price and increase in open interest points at reduced price is due to newly built short positions and further weakness is on. Decrease in price and decrease in open interest shows traders unwinding their long positions. And this can be found out, this can be read on the option chain chart. Most of the brokers have them, NSE has them. If you try to find out, you will get the option chains of Nifty options as well as any particular stock options. This is very, very important because if you see here of course, this is of 22nd of September 2022. On that particular day, 17,500 had this much open interest, 17,500 calls had this much open interest, 17,500 puts had so much interest. Which has had the law of maximum open interest, which had the least open interest. We can see all these things. And by seeing these, we can decide how the market is moving. That is why we need to take care of open interest. Now, open interest is a very good indicator of market direction. It points out the resistance and support levels. For example, if 17,000 PE has maximum open interest, we see it as support because at 17,000 levels, deep pocket smart money of open interest option writers are inclined to write puts there. That is why there is the maximum open interest at 17,000 level. Who has written them? Deep pocket smart money, the persons who are running this market. They have written maximum puts at 17,000 levels. So hopefully they will not allow the market to go much below that. The same way, if there is a huge open interest for 17,500 calls, that should be considered as resistance, because at 17,500 levels, the big fish, the deep pocket smart money, is inclined or interested in writing more calls. That is why 17,500 might be a resistance. That is how we use open interest, especially the open interest coil chain. We'll use that as support and resistance level tracker. That is true for indices as well as stocks. Next time we'll take up a little more interesting subject on options. Till then, goodbye. Take care and God bless you.